Mortt fans, and welcome to another episode of Mort's Model Moments. Now today we're doing 31006, and that is the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Highway Speedster. This is one of those nice little boxes that you can get every so often. It's got 3 models in one. It uses the same pieces, so you can only build one up at a time. But they are pretty cool. This came out in 2013, and it's got 286 pieces. I've had this pretty much since it came out, so it's already been built up. So we can just go straight into the close-up of the model and show you the details. Here is the Highway Speedster then. I've built it up as the main model, which is the Highway Speedster. I won't be showing the other 2 models, as I like to keep it like this anyway. So let's just pick this up. Let's look at this. This is quite a large model of a car. It's pretty cool, pretty large, pretty wide. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about first really. Let's start with the front. I mean, look at this. You've got this great front grille here. This looks quite menacing. If that's coming towards you, definitely get out of the way. On the top here, you got like a bonnet scoop just in there for an air intake, and it's got a nice red stud in there as well, just to shine out. The headlights on this are particularly quite cool, really, the way they just come in here and hook over the top, and you've got the indicators on the side. So yes, very good, great front. Here you got the nice grills as well. Fantastic looking front. The tyres on this, if we just move around the side, nice big chunky tyres with some great hubcaps on there as well. So as we go further down this side of the door, side of the car, shall I say, I mean, as you can see the nice curving lines going over the top. It's quite a flat model, but you still get a couple of nice curves into this. And then one of the really good features of this car is are the doors. Nice opening scissor doors, quite smooth movement. You just get your phone, it's just hooked in there, and they pull up. That is very cool. And they when you put them back down, they just sit in there, nice in there, very good indeed. We'll move on to the back now. This back, it's got your rear spoiler here. It's got an opening engine compartment, and as you can see in there, you've got a really nice chunky engine in there. Just some studs in there, really just set it out pretty cool. There is enough room in there, as you can see, to actually build up on that. Maybe make a bigger engine, or I don't know, whatever you feel like you might want to do in there. The front of it doesn't open, that's all solid, but the back of it certainly does, and you've got this really cool engine in there. And then moving down the back, you've got these nice curves drawing your attention down to the back. You've got the rear lights here for the braking lights and your indicators, and then you've got double twin exhausts, so it's a twin exhaust, quadruple exhaust at the back there. And you've even got space here if you did want to put a license plate, or just a yellow flap for the rear license plate. You could put that in there as well. The left hand side of this is pretty much the same as the right, just mirrored round, and again you've got that cool scissor door there that comes up. How I normally have this displayed, I've done a couple of modifications to this. Normally I would have this, I would take this off and put a couple of red translucent red studs in here, and these form the part of the braking and reverse lights, I suppose. And then you just put the spoiler on top. It raises that spoiler up just a little bit, just to let the air get underneath, and I think that looks a lot cooler than how it came out of the box, with it just a flat spoiler on the end there. Now, as I'm going to show you, this car does not normally seat minifigures, because if you take the roof off and you sit the minifigure inside, you know, you can have, you can kind of have them in there. You got to take the whole roof off. You know, you can have it as an open top, and the minifigures will sit in there quite nicely in an open top vehicle. But I figured out the way to actually get the minifigures in here, and also you know, make sure that you can put the roof back on as well. If you do take the legs off the minifigures, let's just do this. There we go. So if you get rid of the legs, and then you can just kind of just sit them, just make it look like they're sat in there, angle them back a little bit, and hopefully this will work. And then in the passenger seat, because as you can see, the steering wheel is stopping that guy slipping forward in the passenger seat. If you put one of these, maybe a 1x2 or one of these offset 1x2s, just, oh, let me get this in there, just at the front there, and you can get the passenger, and you can just do the same with him, just recline him in there, kind of hook him onto that 1x2, and then hopefully, if I've got these right, the roof will go on very nicely indeed. These do not actually lock in there, you can't clip them into place because, oh, so look at you, what is wrong with this guy? Steering wheel's in the way. I think it's because I've chosen one with quite big hair. Is he in there now? Looks like it. There we go. I've got him in there. So there we go. We've got the two minifigures in there. You just have to take the legs off. And then what you do with the legs, to make sure that they're not floating around, there is actually a cavity underneath here, where I've covered this up with some of these 2x6 grey plates. Just to cover it up. And then on the front one, hook on the 2 pairs of legs, and that just keeps them out of the way. And then you know that these legs, the legs that are down here, are for these people up here. And there you go. Pretty cool little model there, and a bit of modification, and you get minifigures inside it, and it's raring to go. And there we go then, that was the Highway Speedster. Pretty some really good cool things on that model. There's the roof and the spoiler in the front and the back, and yeah, it is pretty much a really good car. If you can find this, I mean, it is a couple of years old now, so it'll be on the second-hand market. You know, try not to spend too much. I think I paid £20.19.99 for it at the time. And I do think it's a really good model. It really does go well with the other cars that are out there. There's a couple of 3-in-1s that are out there, and they all go really well together. As I've said, that I kind of did the modifications to it. You know, I added an extra couple of studs for that real spoiler, and you know, figured out a way of getting the figures in there and putting the roof on, take the legs off. And you don't have to do the other part that I did, but you know, figuring out a way to store the legs underneath and still make it look kind of cool. I really enjoyed figuring that one out. I do enjoy this car a lot. There are 2 other models. I've not really built the other 2 models. I enjoyed the Speedster so much that I didn't really want to break it up to build up the other 2 models. I may do in the future. I may buy extra pieces, because you do get a parts list, a nice parts list in the back, to figure out what the extra pieces that you might need to actually build one of the other 2 cars, or both if you do desire. But we'll leave that one there. It's a really good model, this one. I would recommend it if you can get it. And links for this model that I can find will be in the description just underneath me. And also in the links there are, you know, Facebook and Twitter links if you want to keep abreast of what's going on those, and also the link for the main page of this channel. So if you do enjoy this video, then please do remember to like, share and subscribe. All subscriptions are welcome and appreciated, and please don't forget to comment. So we'll see you guys on the next Morrt Model Moment. Good day.